Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Alright, I can't sing, but welcome back to the channel. It's Peachy Precious. Today is July 15th, 2021. That means we have made it to 1 year here on YouTube, and I could not be more excited. I started the journey July 15th, 2020 in the midst of a pandemic, and here we are today. So I'm just going to go over a little bit about my journey here on YouTube, how I started, what my goals are for the future, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I have been on YouTube for 1 year now, and July 15th really marks an important time for me specifically because not only is July 15th the day that I actually started my YouTube channel, it had been in the works for quite a long time. It has been a desire and passion of mine that I've wanted to do for quite some time. My journey when it comes to my natural hair journey, which is a lot about what I talk about here on my YouTube channel, started July 15th, 2016. And if you all have watched my very first video, welcome to my channel. You get a chance to know a little bit more about me, my natural hair journey and everything like that. But that's kind of how everything started. And during the time that I started my YouTube channel, like I said, in the midst of a pandemic, that's when everybody was like flocking to YouTube, TikTok, and just a lot of online platforms. And for me, like I said, it was something that has already been in the works, but I think that during the pandemic, a lot of people were trying to fill up their time, but also trying to find ways to be creative. And for me, creating a YouTube channel was just what I needed at that time. I was going through some personal things in my life during that time, transitioning with my career, dealing with, certain relationships, and just my personal development as well. So I just want to talk a little bit about how I started on YouTube, like the equipment that I used, the resources that I had, and things like that, just because I feel like it's important for people to know that you don't have to always have like everything 100% together when you start a YouTube channel. So I started off with using my iPhone 7, and I started off with a $20 tripod that I bought from Amazon. And if you have seen my very first video, you know that I also filmed in this very room, in this very spot, in this very chair. Yeah, so it's a little bit nostalgic for me, just kind of bringing it back to the basics. So yeah, that's how I started. That's the equipment that I used. And I did, at the time, I did have a MacBook computer, and luckily, due to that stimulus, I was able to buy that MacBook computer. I have been saving for some time, but luckily, that stimulus rolled through, so I went ahead and purchased that. It was a pretty big purchase for me, but it was a very important purchase for me to get started with what I wanted to do. Learned a tremendous amount here on YouTube. So YouTube is a ginormous platform where creators can upload their videos, tutorials, and how-tos, and gaming, and just so much stuff, right? So when it came to editing, and when it came to like making cool transitions and stuff, I'm not saying I'm no pro at it, because I'm not, but that's where I learned everything from. So if you are interested in starting a YouTube channel, start at the very source, which is YouTube. Go ahead and, create your channel, type in whatever it is that you want to learn about. For me, editing was a big thing that I knew that I needed to learn, because there's so much content out there and so many different creators who are using editing in a way that's super cool, that gets straight to the point, that give these cool transitions and sound effects and music. For YouTube, I used the Final Cut Pro trial version. So this is a little plug that not a lot of people may or may not know, I'm gonna give you a little bit of tea, but if you cannot afford Final Cut Pro, which I cannot at the moment, it is pretty expensive, and I still also use iMovie. But if you have, so Apple gives you a 90-day trial of the software. If you have iOS, MacBook, you can go ahead and download it for free for 90 days. Now, once those 90 days is up, you're done, right? But if you go in incognito browser, the incognito browser, you go back on Apple, go back and download the go re-download the trial, gives you another 90 days. So hopefully, you know, nobody rat me out, but that's how I was able to edit my videos and things like that. There's other editing software, Adobe and Blackmagic. It's not called Blackmagic, is it? It's called something else. I don't know, but there's a lot of different editing software out there. Filmora is another thing that you can use. So there's resources out there that you can find that you don't have to pay for. So if you're thinking, you know, I can't start a YouTube channel because, you know, I don't have, you know, the nicest computer, or I don't have the nicest camera with the greatest quality, or, you know, I don't have a tripod or whatever. You have to just kind of be creative. You have to be creative, and you have to work with what you have. So I found the resources that were free that I was able to, you know, create the type of content that I wanted to create. So definitely say just start there. The other thing is, I started with literally no subscribers, and one thing that I had to learn is that it takes a lot of work. A lot of people think, oh, you know, you just sit in your room and you just turn the camera and then whatever, and then people will come and watch your videos. Well, that's not the truth. Like, you have to have, you know, engaging content. You have to be consistent. You have to be relatable. You have to be genuine. You have to be talking about something that people care about enough to, like, click on your videos. You know, there are people and there are the content creators out there that, you know, do a lot of clickbait or whatever and things like that. But ultimately, what's going to keep somebody on your channel is, you know, being genuine, being down to earth, being transparent, just having something to say and having something interesting to talk about or to show or to showcase, right? So I definitely am still learning that. I'm learning, you know, what my niche is, and figuring out, you know, my audience and things like that. These are things that you should think about when you are starting to create a channel, or if you want to create a channel. Yeah, so also YouTube, in order to monetize your channel, if you were not aware, I'm going to make you aware now, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and you have to at least have 4,000 watch hours, I think, within like a year span or something like that. You can go on the YouTube guidelines and figure out that part of it. But right now, as it stands, I think I have like something about 2,000 channel views, which is actually pretty good, but my subscriber count is very low. So I'm working on, you know, obviously building up my community and trying to find, you know, people who fit within my community to subscribe to my channel. Because eventually, like I said, I do want to monetize my channel. It is a goal of mine to get that taken care of. Or to, you know, it's a goal of mine here on YouTube to have it be monetized and things like that. My other goals are, you know, to reach that. I also want to just build a community of women or children, well, not children, like mostly like young girls and like young adults who love natural hair, who love to express themselves in different ways, and things like that. So definitely, if that is you, you know, subscribe to my channel. This has been a huge growth for me in just being able to be transparent with people, be transparent with myself, and to show a different side of myself that not a lot of people get a chance to see really at all. So I'm really grateful for that growth. and being able to showcase, you know, my personality and showcase like my different skills, my different skill set and things like that. I hope that if you do subscribe to my channel, or if you are already subscribed to my channel, that you have learned something in some way, shape, or form, that you have enjoyed my content, that it has been entertaining for you, and that you continue to watch me grow and watch me flourish. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Like I said, I'm super excited. Super excited. That was, what is this? I don't know. Like I said, I am so grateful, so glad to have made it to 1 year here on YouTube. And thank you to my little subscribers that I have. I know that it's only up from here, that I'll continue to grow, that I'll continue to showcase more content on my channel. If there's anything specific that you all would like to see from me, definitely leave me a comment. And yeah, so thank y'all so much for tuning to this video. Wish me a happy 1 year anniversary in the comments. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.